kidding me?
Yeah. Yo, what is up? It is your boy Troy OG, or other known as Baby Augie. If you mess with me musically, you better. Today, I got a different type of video today. Okay, this is called Storytime. I don't know what I'm gonna call it actually. I'm probably like skipping school or caught skipping school. Now, like to let you guys know, this story is 100% true. Nothing is fabricated. I put that on everything, and I wouldn't be telling it if it wasn't true. Now, let me go ahead and give you a background of what's going on in this time period. Now, I'm a senior in high school, and this is the first semester, and I specifically told you that because you'll find out later on in the story why I told you that. But basically, I'm a senior in high school, and I have this class, and it's called internship. Now, this class, I don't know if you guys had this in your high schools, but in my high school that I graduated from, we had a class where you can basically be an intern, like at a work site or a different job, to kind of get a first-hand experience on like what you want to do after school. So, basically, at the time, I was semi into sports, or not. I was kind of phasing out of kind of being active in the sports and stuff like that and being interested in things like that. But basically, I was going to a physical therapy site. So basically, I was interning there. And, the first couple weeks, it was cool because, it's kind of introductory. But, there really wasn't like a lot to do, especially because the class was at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So we would, sometimes have, class at this, school, but then like most of the times we would be going to the work site to be internship and to do the internship. And, it was cool at first, like I said, but, as I progressed, it was just kind of a weird time where, like, nobody was kind of in the gym, either people was at work, sorry, people was at work or school or, something like that. So it was kind of like a dead period. So really, like, they couldn't really, like, show me how, first-hand experience it was with the client too much. The most that they would get is maybe, like, an elder person, somebody who's retired, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But, yeah, so, like, there wasn't really anything to, like, intern about. So the majority of the times that, I would be going to the internship, it's basically just me cleaning and doing like little various tasks, to help out. And it wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucked because like I was kind of doing like cleaning work, and people, some people like they get paid like $12 an hour, but hell, they at least get paid $12 an hour. I was doing that shit for free, and it was an internship class, and I had to kind of suck it up because pause. First of all, just kind of deal with it because like there wasn't no clients during the time, so like there really wasn't anything that I could be shadowing or taking notes about. I would only just have to, kind of hear like, experiences from the trainers. And it was just kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, like, most of the time, I clean and just, sit there and just kind of be bored, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people were cool, but, like, at the same time, like, I would rather be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? And, being a young teenager, or, well, being an older teenager, and, I was kind of in the delinquent phase, so I thought, I could maybe kind of finesse the system a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to, like, use the excuse, like, we had football practice or something like that, and then I would like call into the internship. So basically, after 6 hours, I remember one day, I was like, bro, I think I'm going to try to skip because like I didn't tell anybody this because I didn't like want anybody telling me, but like I was just thinking to myself, man, I think I'm gonna skip because like, bro, I'm kind of tired of cleaning shit. I remember like the day before, like I was literally cleaning toilets and like dude literally just took a humongous shit like right before like I just cleaned that shit, and I'm like, bro, that's like, oh my god, bro, it pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. So I was like, bro, I gotta finesse this. So I basically try to finesse to say like I had football practice and I couldn't go to the internship, but I will only tell that to the physical therapy. So basically, the physical therapy thinks like I'm doing something else, I'm preoccupied doing something else, but and then the school thinks that like I'm actually at the physical therapy, but really, I was just doing God knows what. Sometimes, like like what I would do in my free time, I would try to just maybe go home. Sometimes, like get a snack. Do a bunch of teen delinquent stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really stupid stuff. Looking back on it, it was really really dumb of me to think that I could get away with something like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you guys, if you're watching this, if you're in high school, don't try to repeat the things that I do. Don't try to mimic or do anything like that. Take this as a lesson because the consequences that I get later are uh, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but what I'm saying, I still had a consequence, and every action that you have a consequence. So whether it's good or bad, so just remember that. So, anyways, enough for the unk lesson of the day. But, anyways, so the problem with this was like the problem was it wasn't that I was skipping like that one day. Here was my problem, okay? So I would skip and then I would continuously skip like hella times. Like once I got through like that first time of me skipping, like that first day of me telling them I had football practice and all that. Once I had that excuse, bro, I thought I had it made, and my ass thought like I could just use that excuse like every fucking time, and it was just a noob move. If I could use the word a Chris move, that was a noob move. Okay, like dude, I don't know why I think I was like gonna get away with that shit, but anyways. Eventually it caught up to me. Okay, so obviously, it was gonna catch up to me because I was doing it a lot, and then one day, all of a sudden, um, I just remember I came home. My parents they were coming home late, and then when they finally arrived, I just remember like they obviously like looked kind of disappointed and mad. Obviously they didn't tell me or didn't let me know like on the way home, but like they came home. I could see them visibly like kind of like not in a talkative mood. So that kind of just like made me like suspicious because I was like, bro, did I do something wrong? And at the time, it wasn't clicking in my head that maybe that I got caught up and what I'm saying, niggas found out that I was actually skipping and trying to finesse and run game. But what I'm saying, like it didn't come up to my head at that point until my parents called me into the room to talk to them. And you already know how that is, bro. I just try to like I tried to act normal as I possibly could, but like I really didn't know what the hell was going on. So I remember they came in and they just basically told me that the school called them and told them that they basically, basically they found out that I was skipping school. Okay, long story short, the reason why they found out was because the teacher she actually was going around to different work sites to check in on us, like to check in on different students at a different workplace. And apparently like she called in like she called into the physical therapy place that I was internship at. And then they let her know like say oh yeah, well Troy, he's not in today. You know what I'm saying, like he hasn't been in for a lot, for the past couple of weeks. And, that just fucked me over because, like, the teacher, she thought I was going the whole time. And, like, bro, I just been chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, doing God knows what. Like, I was probably, like, going home playing video games or some stupid shit like that. Doing some really dumb shit, y'all. Don't do this. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like, I had it coming because I don't know why I thought I could just keep on doing it and use the same excuse to try to like skip the class. But one day just you came and fell You know, okay, I'm sorry. I'm having so much trouble talking right now, y'all. I'm so sleepy. Like, I'm like 30 seconds away of taking a nap. I gotta work today. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out if you gotta work. But, anyways, y'all, I got fucked up, man. I got fucked up because, obviously the teacher knew that I was skipping at that point. So, she told the principal, and then now, basically, I was kind of in a fuck ton of trouble, and I had to basically, wait until tomorrow, and then, go. I didn't really get too much in trouble with my parents, but so obviously they was disappointed, and they're mad. So that was kind of like a punishment in itself. You know what I'm saying? Let down your parents. But anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? I went to school the next day. They obviously called me up to the office. I got my punishment. The only thing I had to do was like a Saturday school. And Saturday school is like basically you go up to the school like, Saturday morning or whatever, you do like a couple cleaning shit and you just out your way. And really like that wasn't the worst thing ever. But then also I was kicked out of the class. So, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to do that class, I think the first semester and second semester, but, like, I was kicked out the first semester. So, obviously, I lost the opportunity. But, like, you know what, to be honest with you, um, it wasn't the worst thing ever because I kind of hated the experience the whole time. So, it really wasn't that bad. But, you know what I'm saying? Just getting caught up like that was just obviously embarrassing and a new move. But and then after that, so basically I still had to finish out the class. So like a part of my punishment was going back and like down there like doing like one more day, and like it was so fucking awkward. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I came back, I apologized to dude, like to the head owner. Obviously, he wasn't feeling me, and you know what I'm saying. Like you could tell, like the vibe was off, and the vibe was off everywhere. And then, you know what I'm saying. Like I remember there was a secondary trainer. Like he was a little bit more chill about it, but I could just tell like my presence was not welcome, and it was just so fucking awkward. And that was damn near a punishment in itself too, if you're like socially awkward and shit like that. But man, like that shit was a crazy ass sequence of events. I thought I was finessing. Obviously, it did not work. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening all the way. If you have a similar experience, let me know. Appreciate you guys. Peace.